bang! It's your boy, the Wolf25 host. I want to say hello and welcome back for another riveting, exciting episode of Figure Friday. Oh, pardon me, folks. I'm pretty sure that you know that according to the Council of Elders, since I was granted the rank of Jedi, that I am allowed to speak. So therefore, it is that special time of the week where we spend some quality time together and basically nerd out about all things, figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia related of all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. You better believe anything in that sort you're going to find right here on this channel. Now, um, before the holiest moments, folks, I want you guys to know I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And if you haven't already, please do your boy a favor because, as you know, we here in this wolf pack, we want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves and each other. So, uh, if you haven't already, please do your boy a favor. Go grab something to eat, something to drink. If you haven't had dinner, please go help yourself. Go make yourself a plate, and or if you want, just have a snack. Just chill out a little bit. And there's no need to rush. Heck, I'll be here waiting. So I mean, I invite you guys. Please go do that. And no need to worry about me, folks. I have already eaten dinner. I have me something, little drinky drink right here, and it's tea. Don't worry, it's tea. Nothing too extravagant, but heck, every little bit helps, right? So please go and help yourself, folks, because I want to make sure you guys are as at ease and just mellow as possible. That's why I have this sort of Zen type music going right now. And again, I own no rights to it, no rights to the music, the pictures, the photos, the beats, any of that. It's all given to their respective owners, respective beat makers, and everything. So please go and help yourself. Don't worry about me, folks. I'll be here waiting. Because we got nothing but time, nothing but time. It's a great Friday night, and I'm feeling all right. So please go and help yourself, folks. No problem, no problem. What's this message? You don't say. That's lovely. Just a little recap about my day today. It's true, yeah, I did go to work, but had we actually had our annual Christmas party, and it was a great time. We had some great food. Everybody is mellowed out. Everybody's having a good time, just talking, shooting the stuff. And like I want to try to refrain from cussing so much, especially on this channel, because I know a lot of words are not allowed. Plus, I know there's a lot of younger viewers out there who maybe stumble onto my videos, maybe. Um, but yeah, and I do hope that you guys had a great day. And always remember that the COVID scare. I know most people think that it's not real or that it's dying down. It's kind of getting a little bit worse. So please do your boy a favor. Make sure you're managing and maintaining the proper safety measures. Wear your mask out in public if you're not vaccinated. And but I mean, even if you're vaccinated, still wear it. It wouldn't hurt really. Oh goodness, little gas. So, but oh yeah, and maintain 6 feet apart. Wash those hands, and if you can't wash your hands at the moment, carry a little bottle of hand sanitizer with you, and this way, it keeps you protected for a little while. But we have, as you can see, hit the 3-minute marker, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I do hope that you guys are relaxing. I want to say hello and welcome back for those just joining us, or if you're going to be watching this as a highlight, welcome as well. And I invite you guys to sit back, relax, and just mellow out with your boy. Because as you know, this is a green zone, and I want you guys to feel as at ease and safe as possible. So, for tonight's show, it's actually siblings night. Now, the only reason I say that is because I'm sorry, I might hit the bed. Okay, is because we're going to be introducing a pair of siblings who had quite the time together and very kind of traumatic upbringing. But that's not to say that it wasn't a great. I mean, it wasn't really necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, in a way, it kind of stunk. But I mean, either way, I think it was a great series and everything. So. They also hail from the world of Ravagers, Supreme Sorcerers, and Talking Raccoons, who seem to have a pretty good infatuation with weapons, aka the MCU. And Kenny, I see you. Hello and good evening. I hope you're well, my man. Hope you're well. So, I invite you guys, please sit back, relax, mellow out with your boy, because as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So why don't we just go ahead and get started, huh? Did I remember? Yes, I remember. Right. I wanted to make sure that I remember to cut the devil's tape on these things because that's become quite the annoyance. I'm trying to break the habit of. So, first guest of the evening will actually be the brother of this duo. Now, just let me just pause for a quick second, folks. I want to say before I begin, I'd like to issue a small warning that there will be massive spoilers in tonight's episode that revolve around this particular film that this particular pair will be hailing from. And it revolves around a valet driver turned martial arts master. So I'll give you guys a minute, I'll give you guys to think about it, give you a chance, just it's no problem. I mean, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you do consider stop watching right now because I try to spoil as little as possible. So, like I said, I'll give you guys a minute. Go ahead, take your time. Take your time. Oh, goodness. It's good tea. Ooh, I love me some sweet tea. There. Forgot the remote's over there. Whoops. You guys good? Okay. Again, I want to say thank you for those who we will be maintaining with me this fine evening, or if you guys will be watching this as a highlight, I hope you look forward to it. So, again, as I said, this particular film is going to revolve around who we thought was an average person in this film, but in the end, actually turned out to be a pretty badass character. I ain't gonna lie. And at first, like I said, I watched the film, and I mean, the character that it revolved around, I personally, I don't really think much of because it was my fault for not really reading into him so much. But upon watching the film and reading a lot about history about this guy, I mean, he's pretty badass. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I really ain't gonna lie. But yes, again, please, ladies and gents, please give a big hand, and a big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Shang-Chi. That's right, folks. That's right. The Ten Rings owner of the Shang-Chi film, the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, has joined us and made his debut this fine Friday evening. And like I said, you're more than welcome to exit the show if you wish. It will not hurt my feelings. I don't want to upset anyone. So please, again, I'll give you just a few seconds to think about it. You guys good? Okay, great. So thank you again. Like I said, if you're not watching this currently, I do hope that you're watching this as a highlight. So again, I want to say thank you for taking the time to, consider the option. And with that being said, we're going to get into history. We're going to get into his character and the character of the evening. And, we're going to talk about who they are and what makes them, who they are and how they made their debut. So around about 6,000 years ago, an individual known as Zhu Wenwu discovers that the mystical 10 rings, which grant both immortality and godly powers. And in that time, he established something known as the Ten Rings Organization. And basically, what they did is they conquered kingdoms and they toppled governments at the same time. And throughout history, in about 1996, when the character known as Wenwu searches for a village known as Ta Lo, it is said to harbor mystical and mythical beasts. He then travels through a magical forest to the village entrance, which he found it. But at the time, was actually stopped by the guardian of the gate, known as Ying Li. And ironically, the two they ended up like engaging in a battle, but they actually ended up falling in love with each other. And when the villagers of Talo actually rejected Wenwu, Li actually chose to leave with him, and then they married and had two children. One of them, Mr. Shang-Chi here, there he is, folks. And of course, he was played and portrayed by the actor as Simu Liu, and he did an awesome job portraying the character, an excellent martial arts choreographer, and he does come with one accessory and about 4 interchangeable hands. And of course, as you can see, he's sporting the gear of the Talo people. Now, like I said, he did have two. They did have two children, but like I said, we're going to be introducing them one at a time this fine evening. My apologies. And a few years later, when Wenwu actually abandoned his organization and locked away the Ten Rings in order for the betterment of his family, Shang-Chi, when he turned about 7 years old, um, Lee, his mother, was actually murdered by Wenwu's enemies known as the Iron Gang. And once again, Wenwu had actually had to don the Ten Rings and uh, actually massacred them and had to resume the leadership of the organization. And during that time, he actually made Shang undergo brutal training in order to turn him into a weapon. Now, I know it in a way that kind of seems like a sort of Black Widow type thing, and I mean, in a way, it sort of is, but it does not. In a way, it's kind of different, you know. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get into that. And when Shang-Chi actually turned 14, Wenwu sent him to his first ever assassination, which was after the Iron Gang's leader. And now, after successfully completing his mission, a traumatized Shang-Chi decided to run away to San Francisco, and he adopted the name Sean. I know, it's funny, isn't it? Sean's Shun, but that's beside the point. And in that present day, again, Shang-Chi was working as a parking valet, and his best friend Katie, who never knew about his history or what he did in his past, they were actually attacked on a bus by the Ten Rings, who stole a pendant that was actually that Shang-Chi was actually wearing, and that shit, what made it like so like kind of precious to him is the fact that is the pendant that his mother gave to him. And when he actually learned that the other sibling was actually living not too far, he flew out to meet her, fearing that the Ten Rings would go after her, the matching pendant that she was actually wearing from Lee. He revealed his past to his best friend Katie, who insisted on helping him even though she was a civilian. But they find the sibling in which he was talking about at an underground fight club in Macau, and which she had found out after escaping from Wenwu at a young age that the Ten Rings was a criminal organization bent on like toppling governments and trying to take over the world. And during that time, the Ten Rings actually ended up finding them and attacked the Fight Club. And when Wu arrived to capture them, to capture both Shang-Chi, Katie, and the other sibling, and her pendant. And that was when they were taken to the Ten Rings compound, where Wen Wu uses the pendant to reveal a mystical map leading to the Ta Lo village. And during the time when he took them under, like he wasn't really inhospitable, you know. I mean, they were his kids, you know. And he showed them a great time. And when he explained that he had heard Lee actually calling out to him, and believed that she had actually been captive in Ta Lo behind a sealed gate, he had planned to destroy the village unless they released her. However, there was a small twist on that. When his children and Katie objected, he put them in prison next. And then the three actually ended up meeting a familiar face known as actor Trevor Slattery. Now, for those of you guys who don't know who Trevor was, he was actually the face of, well, one of the faces of the Mandarin character in the third Iron Man movie, in case you guys don't know about him. And whom the Ten Rings imprisoned for impersonating Wenwu, and he had a companion known as it's called a Hun Dun, Hundun. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm sorry. Who actually offered to guide them to the village of Ta Lo. And luckily, the group had escaped and made it to Ta Lo, which did exist in a separate like dimension, with various Chinese mythological creatures, including such creatures, you know, like dragons for starters. You know, then I thought that was pretty badass. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry. And they actually meet Ying Nan, who was Lee's sister, who explained the history of Ta Lo, which was about thousands of years ago. The universe actually contained a village that was attacked by a soul-consuming dweller in darkness and its minions. But luckily, they were saved by a Chinese dragon known as the Great Protector, who helped to sort of seal the gate and the dweller in the netherworld. Well, I mean, in like the dweller's world. I'm sorry. And according to Nan, the dweller in darkness has actually been impersonating Lee to fool Wenwu so that he would open the gate. Now, And Shang-Chi and Katie, they joined the villagers in training and preparing for when Wenwu actually showed up. And when that happened, they used special outfits and weapons. They were actually crafted by dragon scales, and I'm about to show you guys one of them, which was pretty cool. And that's this bad boy right here, because it may look like a typical long staff, but as you can see, like on the ends right there, that's actually specially marked with dragon scale right there, and that basically made it like unbreakable, so that because they say that dragon scales are the hardest material out there. I mean, they say it's even harder than diamonds. That's why the dragons were, very protected. So, but that's just me. That's a different mythological thing altogether, And a few moments later, Wen did actually showed up, and of course he brought the 10 rings, and they attacked. But when he overpowered Shang-Chi and forced him into the nearby lake, when he made his way over to the gate, he was looking to break it open. But unbeknownst to him, the Dweller in Darkness was lurking just behind that gate, and this allowed, even though like he he started to break it open just a little bit, it actually allowed some of the Dweller's minions to escape. And of course, during that time, the fighters of Ta Lo and the 10 Rings actually bonded together in order to fight them. And the Great Protector, which was found in that nearby lake, actually revived Shang-Chi and actually bears him from the lake to battle the minions. And when Wu and Shang-Chi fight once more, and Shang-Chi gained the upper hand, but chose to spare his father. And the Dweller in Darkness, he escapes the weakened gate and attacks Shang-Chi, but luckily his father stepped up and saved him. Unfortunately, he was caught in the crossfire and killed at the hands of the Dweller in Darkness. And it was during that time when Shang-Chi, Katie, his other sibling, and the Great Protector managed to band together and to kill the Dweller in Darkness. However, afterwards, Shang-Chi and Katie returned to San Francisco, where they were met with the sorcerer Wong. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Wong was the sort of like the sidekick, if you will, to Doctor Stephen Strange. And of course, it was when they were both Katie and Shang were summoned to Kamatage, in order to be given a truth. However, but I don't want to spoil that much. I feel like I've said too much. I'm gonna stop right there. So I did find out some very cool little fun facts. Did you guys know that Mr. Shang-Chi here was actually modeled after the martial arts legend Bruce Lee? And now, it's true, like he probably might not be able to match up to him, but in a way, I can see it because they were great fighters. They believed in moral codes, and like they were both movie stars. But actually, also probably another cool little tidbit is that he actually developed a new fighting style, which is called the Way of the Spider. Now, the only reason I say that's cool is because he did actually developed it when in another timeline or another comic book world, Peter actually lost his spider senses, and it was only temporary, So I mean, but he doesn't have any superpowers, like no real superpowers. The thing that makes him like the character that he is, it's just that he had trained for so many years, and he had become just a great martial artist, And it's true, he did, kind of have some help from the 10 Rings, because but that's best served for another case. Like I said, I don't want to spoil any further. I really don't. I apologize. You guys can be mad at me. I am so sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put Mr. Shang over there. Let me get a little swig here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, so sorry, so sorry. Oh, this gas is really getting to me. VOIFYI. Uh, I'm sorry, man. I don't really know what that means. Did I miss something? Like did I miss something? I'm so sorry. it's a good itch. Oh, dang, I just want to ask you guys a question. You guys ever get those itches sometimes? Like yeah, it may seem small, but then like all of a sudden you start itching it, and then all of a sudden it just gets better and better and better and better and better. Oh, I'm sorry. That was that was unbecoming of me. Apologies. Like I said, sometimes like when you get that itch, just it just feels so good. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and move on, folks. I want to say, and now that we've introduced the big brother, it's time. It is time, folks, to introduce the other half, which of course is the sister. And she is quite the badass, I must admit. So please, ladies and gents, give another big hand and another Wolfpack welcome too. Now, forgive me here, folks, if I butcher this name. So please, please, I'm so sorry. To Miss Zhu Xiaoling. That's right, folks. The rope dart prodigy has graced us with her presence this fine Friday evening. I must say she's looking stupendous. But she is also portrayed by another lovely actress. And again, please forgive me if I butcher this name. Um, it's Manger Zhang, who has allowed me to tell the tale of how she turned from a small, scared little girl into the badass you see before you. So we're going to go ahead and get her out of there just before we talk history real quick, folks. And again, this is the other half of the sibling night tonight. She is the sister of Mr. Shang-Chi. Okay, there you go. There she is. Look at her. Sporting her outfit, of course, was given to her by the people of Talo also. And of course, she does come with one accessory and about five interchangeable hands. So, um, now, again, it may seem like this story that I'm about to tell, she might like kind of resent, um, you know, kind of resent Shang, but there's a reason for that, folks. So please, just know that. And again, small spoiler is going to be issued because it's a small continuance. So please, I apologize, and we're going to continue. And I hope you guys can forgive me for the spoilers, please. Now, Zhu here was actually born to Zhu Wenwu. You guys remember him, and Yang Li. And she's the younger sister of Shang-Chi, and she and her family lived in the Ten Rings headquarters in China for many years happily. And Ying gave Zhao Ling a dragon pendant also that could open the key to the map of Talo. And when Ying actually taught Zhao and Shang many other lessons, but one day, while the three were outside, they were confronted by the Iron Gang, and they wanted revenge on Wenwu. And when Ying actually ushered Zhao Ling and Shang-Chi to leave so that she could fight the gang, it unfortunately resulted in the death of their mother. And after that, Zhu decided to train under her father, and she actually like she sort of trained. Wait, let me run that back. She decided to train Zhu Shang-Chi, but I'm sorry, the father decided to train the brother, but he wanted to keep the daughter sort of far away from it because he kind of felt like she wasn't ready for this because she reminded him so much of her mother. And despite this, she watched and observed Shang-Chi very closely with the other assassins from the side and began to train herself based off of what she had observed, including training with her rope dart. Now, the rope dart is a very underrated weapon because most people think that it's nothing but a freaking like sort of spear tip on a rope. But that's one thing you guys gotta be careful is that this thing has a distance game, and it's very deadly because a lot of assassins and ninja type warriors like to use this type of thing when it's a pretty good match when it comes to getting to your opponent when you can't get to them with your hands. And 6 years after her brother actually abandoned her, Xiaoling managed to escape the Ten Rings headquarters through a secret tunnel passage within the compound itself. And she moved to Macau, made a name for herself when she founded the fighting club, the Golden Daggers Club, where she befriended someone known as John John. And years later, when Xiaoling was approached by Shang-Chi and Katie, whom the Ten Rings were hunting, the three were eventually captured and reunited with their father, who was Wen Wu, who, at the time, as I said, they were preparing to venture into the realm of Talo and reunite with his late wife. And his destructive plans alienated Xiaoling and Shang-Chi and Chen, leading them to the imprisonment after escaping. And they journeyed into Talo and joined the elders in defending their village when Talo's warriors, along with Xiaoling, later joined forces with the Ten Rings to defeat the Dweller in Darkness. But in the aftermath, she actually assumed the Ten Rings um, role in leadership in the wake of her father's death. And honestly, I'm not gonna say that was kind of a bad move on her part, because the Ten Rings organization, it's it's kind of not what you think it is. I mean, like, it may seem like a bunch of assassins, but again, I don't want to spoil too much. I feel like I really have. I am so sorry. I do apologize, folks. But oh my goodness, I need to get another swig here. Oh goodness. Whew. Oh, okay, cool. But um, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, folks. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to see me tonight. Thank you so much for the continued support. You guys are awesome. You're breathtaking, and I love each and every single one of y'all. Bottom of my heart. And I am going to be heading over to Twitch to broadcast some gameplay. It'll probably more than likely be the continuance in Grand Theft Auto 5 that I was playing last time. Kenny, you be safe too, man. I appreciate you for stopping by. But if you like, feel free to hit the follow button right here when it does appear. Feel free to sample either this video or this video right here, which would be a fresh Mortal Kombat gameplay featuring the Lieutenant Sonya Blade. And again, I look forward to seeing you guys next week at the next episode. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, and stay yourselves, okay? Peace.